Stay black in America. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. It's the greatest country in the world for a black man or a black woman. America is the number one greatest economy in the world. And black folks, as of 2023, are the 15th greatest economy in the world. But earlier, probably 2014, black people were amongst the fourth greatest economy in the world. So we're slipping now, 15. So this is going to be about real estate. Real estate is so important, especially in the United States of America. It's important everywhere. But check this out. In 1973, when I was 12 years old, the median price for a home was $35,500. Now, 2023, the median price for a home, which means the average house for a home, is $385,800. Now, I've said a lot on my channel that 75% of Americans have become rich because of real estate. And bottom line is the truth. Real estate is defined as a home, an apartment, a business, a warehouse, anything, any structure that's built is considered real estate. It can be sold, owned, occupied, all that type of stuff, right? So you want to get involved in real estate. A lot of different ways to get involved in real estate. You can go the traditional way, apply for a loan at the bank, come up with enough money as a down payment. Normally want 5%, so we're just taking $100,000. 5% is $5,000, and you have to come up with closing costs. Normally 3% of what the price of a property costs. So there's many ways to get real estate, right? You get real estate by assumptions. You can assume somebody else's loan and own real estate. You get real estate the easier part. You can be deeded to you by somebody older in your family that owns real estate. Maybe they're in the near end of their days, and they can deed it to you. Or you can be willed to you, and you have to go through a court and go through procedures of getting it that way if it's willed to you. Or you can get it through tax liens. Property taxes pay for real estate tax. Projects pay for the police, the firemen, the trash, social services, all types of programs. Your property tax, which you pay in your homes in America, take care of those things. The fire department, everything, right? So a lot of countries are saying, well, we don't have to pay taxes if we buy our homes, we own them forever. But you don't have those same services. You don't have the police. You have to have your own kind of group of people trying to patrol your area. You don't have the firefighters when your home gets in fire, burned down. You don't have the ambulance take you back and forth to the hospital, or you don't have a trash service picking up your trash and getting out in front of your house. You don't have this rodent problem. You don't have a lot of things, social services that come around and do all types of services. So property tax pays for a whole bunch of things. So real estate is so important. Black America, I'm talking to you again, of course. A lot of people want to say, this is my neighborhood, this is my street, this is where I grew up on, fighting and dying on streets, and don't own a single thing. Owning you're not even trying to buy any real estate. You're just renting. You're a renter, which means you own nothing. You'll rent for your entire life until you die, or you rent until you can't pay rent anymore. You get kicked out on the street. That's the way that thing works. So if you pursue ownership in real estate, eventually you'll own it. You got 15-year mortgages, 30-year mortgages, where at that particular time you can own your real estate. Or if you pay bi-weekly, if you pay like twice a month, then you can own your real estate even quicker. So and then you actually become an actual owner of real estate. It's not in the bank's name, because the bank always has it like a landlord. So even though you might be having a mortgage in a house, if you don't pay for it, miss payments, it's almost the same like apartment building. The bank gonna come in and kick you out of your house. So it's the same kind of thing. So when you purchase a house and a piece of real estate, you're not so much thinking about the amenities. I'm gonna have the best carpet in my house. I'm gonna paint it and make it look beautiful. I'm gonna spend a bunch of money on miscellaneous things. If you have any extra money, you put that money down on principal, which is what you owe in your house. Because the sooner you pay off your house, the sooner it becomes a true asset, and not just something that can be taken away from you if hard times come and you can't meet your payments. So tax sales, a lot of ways that people get into property. Some people don't pay their taxes, and you go to pay the tax sales. They differ from the states, but every state in the United States has pretty much their own rule how you can possess someone else's property by paying their property tax. So you got, along with having a house, you see, you're not only paying your property tax, you're paying your own utilities. So you're paying to keep your water on, you're paying to keep your gas on, you're paying to keep your lights on, You're paying independent bills, so you have a lot of costs to go along with it. But the difference again from being a renter and a property owner is your equity value that builds up, is that makes you become wealthier. Again, I said when I was 1973, when I was 12, homes were selling for $35,500. In 2023, they're selling for $385,800. That's just the minimum price. Living in this District of Columbia area, you have houses around here that were originally built for $14,000, now selling for $600,000. So they originally built in 1947. In 2023, they're selling for $600,000. Built for $14,000, selling for $600,000. So there's so many ways to gain success or wealth in America, and real estate is the best way. So you want to always focus on getting real estate, man. Don't let that be don't let it ever leave your mind, because that's the most. You always gotta have some place to lay your head at. You always gotta have some place to lay it. And other people have many places to lay their head at. So even in real estate, the real estate game is like this. So when I started purchasing my first real estate, probably 1963 or 1983, I think. I first purchased real estate. I did it through a government program, a first-time home buyer program. Then my second piece of real estate I bought on an assumption, a two-unit flat. The owners, a man and a woman, were not married, but just people who vested in together, having arguments and one. So I paid $13,000 and assumed their mortgage. My third piece of mortgage, I put down $41,000 and bought a house. Bought a nice big house out in Maryland. My next investment, I did it no money down. There was a special system going around there, and you could, if your credit rating was real good, you had not had to put any money down and buy a house like you buy a car. I did that twice. So real estate has always been an important part of my life, and I learned the value of it early in my 20s. So most important thing I could ever learn. It can set you up for life. It can put you in a situation where you're not in need. It can put you in a situation where you can travel and do things you want to do in life and enjoy yourself. I also had real estate that I rented out to the Department of Public Housing, D.C. Department of Public Housing, Maryland Department of Public Housing, where the government is actually putting people in homes who are on welfare, people on Section 8, and they're sending you a check in the mail. And you have to maintain your properties, and to be honest, truthfully, I've only rented out my properties to black folks, and they have actually just tore my properties up. Treat your properties like they're trash, and you have to have those properties in pristine order when they move into them. They might move dogs in there, and dogs go in the bathroom inside the place. They might move some else inside that's not on the lease. They might just tear it up, dent the walls up, dirty the place up, break iron bars, break locks. I mean, anything you think about. Mess up refrigerators, toilets. I mean, just go through the place and destroy it. And most of their mindset is they think, oh, well, you're rich already, you can take care of this. They don't think the fact that, like I said, it's the greatest country in the world for a black man or a black woman. That you're black and you have nothing going for you, and the government's going to put you in a house free, going to pay for it for you, going to give you food stamps and stuff to eat, take care of kids that you're not taking care of yourself. Man, this is the greatest country in the world, America, for a black man or a black woman. People want to rage and talk about racism so much. People have been on welfare for 5 generations. It means the government is feeding you, mouth to, hand to mouth, feeding you, taking care of you, and black people. So on the welfare, you got more white people on welfare than black people, but because of the percentages of a population, we're only 13% of this country. But I think, as far as percentage-wise on welfare, there are more black people on welfare percentage-wise than whites, but the number of white people are greater on welfare than black people because their population is much greater. So, this has always been a wonderful company. Any immigrants that come here and migrants come here can get the same kind of benefits, just by getting on these shores and knowing how to go from A to Z and talk to the right person. Most of these people who've already gotten here before can let you know the ropes and how you can do it yourself. But back to the real estate thing. The most important thing is real estate, because you can make money in all kinds of ways. You can rent it out yourself, rent it out through the government. Now you can use it for Airbnbs and rent it out for just days at a time, or a day at a time, or a week at a time, and make even 3 times more money than you made before, and parlay it into more money. So those who I'm talking about, they want to specify, will buy just apartment, buy just apartment structures. I say buy any kind of real estate. Any kind of real estate is money, and everybody's got to lay their head somewhere, got to sleep. So invest in that, opposed to putting a lot of money in cars and things of that nature, or boats or things of that nature. put into real estate, which really going to come back and give you a great benefit in the future. So what else we want to talk real estate? So we want to talk about real estate as far as the cost of living. Again, back in 1973, a pack of cigarettes cost 50 cents. Now cigarettes, if you look at New York City, they're probably $19 a pack. Here in D.C., they might be 14 something a pack. So you're looking at how much things around you increase. So they kind of like increase the standard of real estate. So you kind of want something that's always going to be increasing in value. As products and other things increase, your real estate increases as well, which means you always stay ahead of the inflation. You always become wealthy in your present time and in the future, because your real estate is always going to be an indication of what everything is happening around you. It's going to be the starting thing. So focus on that real estate, man. Focus on getting that some kind of way. And those of you who are not doing anything, and grandma worked, and granddad and worked and provided and bought real estate and property, and you just watch it, just living in homes, learn about the maintenance of those homes, like I say. So if you get involved in any trade that's concerning real estate, again, I say a plumber, electrician, a carpenter, a roofer, foundation man, putting in doors, putting in windows, putting in carpet, putting in wooden floors, landscaping outside really pretty, because a lot of homes are sold from the outside. They say 80% of homes are sold from the outside. So your home is beautiful from the outside. People are going to buy it before they even see the inside. And the most important thing women drive as far as real estate is women are more concerned about what their kitchens look like, what their bathrooms look like. Therefore, the price to renovate bathrooms and kitchens are tremendously high in the other part of the house. So if you become a master of putting in kitchens or bathrooms and make them look elegant and pretty using certain materials, again, you're in high demand and you make a lot of money. So you can renovate your own home. So you're not only a purchaser of real estate, you can be a person who renovates real estate or even build real estate from scratch as far as construction is concerned. Maybe when we go into the construction part of real estate and say a construction company might sub out the people who are going to do the plumbing, sub out the people who are going to do certain parts. They might have a certain division in that company that does a certain thing, but they're still called a construction company, even though they might not do all the work. Just like a female could be 5'1" and 90 pounds and call herself a developer. And she's not putting down one brick or one block anywhere, but she's hiring people to do it. So she's a developer. Money is going to guide these things. More so than individual talent. Talented people build homes, but they're less likely to benefit from it as those people have the money to finance the building of structures, homes, apartments, or warehouses, or any type of structures like that, office buildings, So focus on real estate. Black America is so crucial because you add to your wealth. This is how you pick it back up again. Instead of being the 15th greatest economy in the world, to buying that real estate and own it, then you come back up to you in the top 5, or you 4 again, or 3 again, or 2 again, or 1 again. And then a business, business is a real estate. A brick and mortar is a business real estate, a commercial property, which means it costs a little more than residential properties, but it also goes up in value as well. So if you own your brick and mortar, then it's less likely somebody can come in and throw you out, raise your rent when they feel like they can just kick you out on the street, and you're out of business. But if you learn anything from business, you learn that you're going to solve a problem. So you solve a problem, you get another business somewhere else, and hopefully the next time you get a business, you try to own that structure as well. So it's all a struggle, but it's one step built upon the next until you reach your success. And I always say, we work hard. Back in my time, for all the time, you always try to work twice as hard as everybody else, twice as hard as every kind of ethnic, because you got kind of a stigma against you from time to time being a Black American. So, this is the best I can possibly give you information and let you know that real estate. This is why 75% of people have became rich in real estate. Again, I go back to the thing you're saying. If you forget, people like to switch back and forth, only watch 2 minutes of a video and get nothing from it. Just not excited. But be excited about real estate. You can make money. Again, I say homes that are boarding in my store around here were built in 1947 at a cost of $14,000. Now they sell it for $600,000. It's in Washington D.C. The minimum price of home, if you look at this combined real estate being sold, 73, when I was a 12-year-old kid, they were selling for $35,500. And now in 2023, the median price is $385,800. So focus your mind on real estate, how to get it, how to maintain it, how to get it either willed to you, how to get it deed to you, how to get it through tax options, how to get it through assumptions, how to either build it from construction from the ground up yourself, how to try to avoid, if you can, go on the banks, get loans. The banks tend to turn you down however they want to. You know, and they got acts this, so they can't treat you, they can't have discrimination and equal rights and all this kind of stuff. But more as you're going through banks, they can turn it down pretty easy. So you want to be able to stack up that money if you can, get that down paper, or maybe you can go into it with groups who are coming in together, especially families who are really families, not families who the next guy looking to cheat their brother or sister, but coming to grab real estate together, whereby it makes it easier for you to buy it. Maybe buy it whole, so maybe the tax dollars might be better. You know, you got homes for sale everywhere in the United States of America. A million homes for sale, a million homes being bought through tax dollars. Some wealthy white people buy 1,000 homes. Can you imagine that? They can buy 1,000. A few black people can't get together and buy. A family can buy 2 homes or 3 homes, and start amassing your portfolio of homes. And maybe you own 100, 200 homes. Maybe you own 50 homes. Maybe you own 10 homes. Yeah, which in turn increases your net worth, which means this is how much you're worth. You know, you look at what a house is appraised for, what you paid for what you're eventually going to do eventually when it's paid off. That's how you become wealthy, man. That's how you get a chance to send your kids to the colleges they need and keep advancing and keep rising. So look, stay black in America, buy that real estate, and keep moving up in category. No sense in running and going someplace else, because this is the place to be. Subscribe to my channel.